been looking to recruit, and we've actually found someone.
But I do need to recognise that I did trip over my own words and I did say the wrong thing.
So today is Adam's birthday. I mentioned that we've lost a member of staff. You have to bear with it, grind it through, and just stick positive, because I promise good days are coming. Hi guys, welcome to episode 15. On this episode, we unfortunately lose a staff member, but we gain another. Also on this episode, you're going to see some big moves, one to storage and one out of storage. This episode is action packed. I'm Warren, this is Harper, this is Warren's Removals TV. Okay, so I wanted to start this episode with a little bit of a positive outlook on removals. I know a lot of companies at the minute are quite quiet. Us personally, we're going through a really busy patch, which is amazing, because the last month was really quiet and I was panicking and stressing. And I just wanted to inject a little bit of positivity into the industry. Sometimes it may feel like the world's crumbling down and you've got no work on and you guys are getting aggy because they haven't got many hours. But it's just the nature of the removals industry, unfortunately. Sometimes this happens, you just have to bear with it, grind it through, and just stick positive, because I promise good days are coming. Okay, so on the last episode I spoke about the renovation of the office, which looks amazing. We're really pleased with that, but since then we've done a few new additionals. So we've painted this whole wall blue. That was Gareth. Thank you to Gareth for doing that. He spent a whole day doing this, it looks amazing. As you know as well, we do like our collection of football shirts, but last week we added a rugby shirt. So this is Ollie Lawrence. Ollie Lawrence plays for the England international team. We moved him twice now. And if you zoom in on this photo, you can see that we used a really old rubbish picture, but we used an app which enhances the pixelation. But what's happened to Rory's face is hilarious. Sure, Fraser gets a little bit of clip of that. Anyway, so yeah, we've added a new rugby top, so we're gonna start that trend. Also, yesterday we quoted somebody for Leicester City who's moving at the end of this month, so we could have a new football shirt in that position there. And as you can see behind me, we've got the Imove sign, so it's really important for me to make sure we get the branding into this office. Really happy with that. We got it off some Instagram clip that we come across, so we put it up and it looks really, really good, obviously with the blue downlighters as well. Whilst I'm talking about Imove, I said on the last episode we are going to start to roll it out to 10 different companies, but since that episode we've actually had 20 companies apply for the trial, so I did let them slip in. Currently right now we have 18 different companies using the software, and I've got 10 Zoom calls booked in this week. So although I said 10 to start with, by the end of this week I think we will have around about 30 companies using the trial period. Great feedback so far, and just walking in today we've had 2 more messages from people wanting to trial it. So it started off pretty good, but I do still want to take it a little bit slowly because it's a new project and I don't want to overwhelm ourselves, and it's exciting. You know, it's a really, really good, slick system. The most important thing for me personally was making sure it was iOS friendly, so it works on your phone and on your iPad and tablets and stuff like that. So that's a lot of my time and energy has gone into that part, as well as the functionality of it, but really good feedback like I said, and if you are interested, let us know.
Good morning, it's the 11th of April, we're back after the Easter weekend and we're straight back into quite a large move. This black and white house behind me, we're planning 3 days on this of packing, prepping and taking to storage. They're going to be in storage probably for about 6 months and then moving to Cheshire area. So great to get straight back into a large move. Let's go see the lads.
showcase some of the size of these houses that we're moving, I'm going to show you all the staircases that we have in this property today. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5-ish, 6, 7, 8.
So we've been really busy in April, which is really good. You know, we've been looking to recruit, and we've actually found someone we like to recruit on personality. He's a very affectionate, huggable guy, and his name's Teddy. Pass us that Sharpie pen, Teddy. Teddy? Cheers, Teddy. Well done, mate. Getting stuck in today.
Okay, so some amazing, exciting news for us. We finally, after 2 years of moving to Inkborough at this yard, we have completed our container mission. So we have got now 56 shipping containers, and we finally closed the gap, which is just behind me. We've got some footage of that, and yeah, like I say, really exciting. Our storage offering now extends to 56 shipping containers at Inkborough and 126 wooden indoor crates at Inkborough. Plus we've also got 34 containers in our second site, which is in Worcester. So our storage offering is pretty big. Exciting times, and who knows, I may find some more space at some point, but for now we are complete.
We've completed the yard!
Good evening, or good morning, depends when you're looking or watching. Following on from last month's episode, Warren wanted me to chat to you a little bit about the lorry, about how the lorry was a little bit problematic last time. Fortunately, the lorry's back on the road and fully fixed. The lorry, as you can see, isn't here, so it's out on the road, which is great news. Typically my section talks about vehicles, vehicle maintenance, that sort of thing. So this month we have again had a few problems with some of the vans. Notably one which was here this morning, I think it's gone out actually, that had a massive diesel leak actually late last week. We're now on Tuesday, back from the bank holiday weekend, so that had a problem Thursday I think, massive fuel leak. Fortunately that was really easy fix, the fuel line had literally just come off, so that's been fixed this morning. And I've got another van actually at the garage at the moment for potentially a broken spring. It's not down to weight, can I say. I don't actually think it's a broken spring. It's a front spring, not sure what's happened. It may be just a shock absorber leaking or something like that. We'll soon find out.
So we talked in the last episode about me doing my transport manager's course. That's at the end of this month, so looking forward to that. But before I get in the classroom and do that training, we've paid for an extra e-learning course just so I can do a bit of revision. And this is a bit of an eye-opener of what's actually included within the transport manager course. We knew it wasn't just about driver hours, but it goes into company law, health and safety, wellbeing, finance management of a business. You know, there's just so much to do. There's like 30 modules on here. And I'm probably on number 11, module 11, and I've got a couple of weeks left to go, so I'm just getting my head down and just getting a bit of knowledge about the actual transport manager course before I go to the classroom.
Afternoon, here we are over in Worcester, so we're doing our first delivery with a new sign written van. Vanessa is what we've decided to call her, and as you can see we've just started to unload into this lovely new house here. Hey.
Okay, here we are in the Universal office. This was built originally for video quotes back in COVID, and now it is used for my Zoom calls for Imove, for video quotes, and for the courses. And we literally last week or the week before, can't remember, Soldiers on the Move came in, didn't they?
Yeah. So Danny and Eddie came along. Finally got to meet them after postponing a couple of times. One for your bad back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The other because they had a lot going on business-wise. But yeah, Danny came down for day one, and then Eddie joined him on the second day. But great to meet two people with such a passion for removals like ourselves, isn't it? Yeah, great lads, passion for customer service as well. But they really enjoyed it, didn't they?
Yeah, the one thing that struck me with Danny to start with is he thinks his logo is quite cheesy, and I think that's basically just the misconception in the army. So some of his army give him a bit of banter, some of his army mates, but we actually think it's one of the best logos out there, and it will genuinely win him work. Well, win them works as a partnership. But yeah, Eddie and Danny are such nice people, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, but that branding's just brilliant. I think.
Yeah. Especially on the mug.
Yeah, it looked great on the mug, didn't it? Yeah.
The classic mug. But we're posting photos here of what happened on that course. And we also got really good feedback, so we got a 5-star review, which is our first 5-star review from our course actually. So that went onto the Warren's Removals review page. Whilst talking about reviews, in March we actually did 29 or 30 5-star reviews. There's 31 days in March, and we got 30. That's right.
And then we got one just at the start of April.
Yeah.
Which it would have been one per day if it wasn't for that one just slipping into April, because that was the target.
It was
still great. Still great to achieve that many 5-star reviews in a month.
Yeah. And let the steam train keep rolling.
But thinking about the courses coming up, so we've got some availability. We hear quite a lot online about a lot of companies being quite quiet at the moment, so it's a perfect bit of downtime to sort of come and see us, even just for one day. If you want to come down and see what we've got here in our containers, our site, how we operate. Great opportunity to just come and have a chat with us, isn't it? For a day or 2 days. Yeah,
we've got quite a few companies in the pipeline, but with dates all up in the air, and in this industry you could literally get called out to a job last minute, so we are understanding when it comes to that, because people can cancel last minute. And there's no penalty, so it's absolutely fine. So if you wanted to at least try and aim for a date, get in touch, and we'd be happy to help. Okay, so today is Adam's birthday. Now, some of you may remember Adam was a guy from Nottingham that came to spend a couple of days with us a couple of episodes ago. So I'm going to call him now. I'm going to surprise him with a phone call to say happy birthday. So let's see how this goes. Good morning, Adam.
Hello, Ollie.
How are you?
Alright, thanks, mate.
Is it somebody's birthday today?
Yeah,
How old are you?
31.
31. No, you're not.
I am.
No way.
I am.
Happy birthday, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
What?
Your mobile been off for
Yeah,
a week?
yeah. My mobile's been off a couple of weeks because I've been doing a lot of Zoom calls for Imove, my software.
Oh, yeah. That was me when the office loads wondering where are you?
Yeah, I was sorry about that. Yeah, you can call the office though. Esther will speak to you, but sometimes I'm a little bit tied up. That's all. But I thought I'd give you a call today to wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
What are you up to?
No much.
Oh, good on you. Well, what I'll do is I'll call you again later and we'll discuss when you can come back again, okay?
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, you have a great day, all right?
You're phoning back later on today?
I'll phone you back later on today.
Alright, thank you.
Have a great day, mate.
And you, bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so everybody's favourite part of the episode. We normally do this in my car, but today we're doing it in the quote office. It is...
Warren's Fun Fact.
And today's fun fact is all about George again. And we got a little bit of a rolling trend here with George. So George told us the other day, a bit of a fun fact, that honey is the only food that never goes out of date. And George, believe it or not, has had a little bit of work experience working with bees and hives and honey and stuff like that. And here's a clip of him in a beehive.
So I've been spending this morning preparing for our meeting which we've got. We do a monthly meeting. Each time the guys go out to do like visits or like home visits or video calls, we make sure that we take down all their details obviously, and I put it into like the spreadsheet, so where they've heard from us, how much we have quoted, if they've got a pack, and what the outcome is. So we've kind of put like, you know, if we're a little bit too expensive or if they've accepted. And actually with the new Imove, we've got a decline button, which helps me out massively. So it just means that the guys can actually, when the customer has received their quote, they can put a outcome and if they do decline, why they've declined with us. So then we can contact them and have that conversation with them and actually have that feedback as well. So that's a new feature on Imove, which is really helpful. So that helps me out with my meetings. And then I go in and I talk about, you know, our percentages and our conversion rates and what we can do better for the next month, and year on year, how does that look, and do we have any like patterns each month, which is really good. This morning's quite exciting because Rory's actually going to be included. He's obviously been learning about quotes and doing his own quotes. So he'll have his own little moment in there, which is quite exciting, and to find out how many of his quotes have actually converted. So yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Okay, on this little section of the video, you can see me and Harper stood on our scooters in an empty wooden crate, because that's what Harper wanted to do. But we're going to talk about Danny Norcott. On the intro I mentioned that we've lost a member of staff, and unfortunately that is Danny. It's a shame to see Danny go. It was only last year we put him through his HGV licence. But you have to understand that people do move on and they're not tied to the company, so you know, you have to kind of wish them well and watch them go to a different job, and then possibly if it doesn't work, you can always come back. I've told Danny that he's always welcome back if things don't work out. It also means that new opportunities will progress for employees at Warren's Removals, because it means that we would look internally to put somebody else through their HGV licence. But with that being said, let's have a look at Danny's best bits from the previous episodes. And on that, we wish you well, Danny, and you will be missed. Guys, sorry, get some work done. Come on, mate.
Sorry.
God, them queues are out now. As you can see, the weather's absolutely shite. And the lads are soaking wet.
Okay, and also on last month's episode I mentioned the American podcast which I got invited to, and that came out. which was good. I enjoyed it, but I did slip up my words, unfortunately. So I need to now understand and realise that people do watch my stuff and people do actually listen to what I'm saying. So obviously in my eyes, I knew I tripped up my words, but I expected everybody to understand that, and the majority of people did understand it. However, I did come across a little bit of abuse online. I'm not going to mention who, I'm not going to mention what was said, because I have to take my own fault here and correct it. So I did say, and wrongly so, a Luton van is a 3.5 ton payload, which obviously it's not. We were just caught up in a little bit of terminology with American and our terminology, and I tripped over my own words, and for that I did come across a little bit of backlash. I will never ever retaliate, but I do need to correct my wrongs. So for that, I am sorry, and I will now recognise that people watch my stuff and try and say everything correctly in the future. Okay guys, that's a wrap for episode 15. We hope you enjoyed. As always, follow our Instagram here if you want to keep up to date with what we're up to. If you are moving within the area, if you need any storage, or if you're interested in a course, this is our website here. Our new bespoke removal software, this is our website here. And next month, on episode 16, Harper is going to be a big sister, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you excited?
Yeah.
Catch you next time.